Hey there, I just picked up this Greenworks 60 volt 22 inch self-propelled mower from Tractor Supply. Felt the need to take this video because I could not find anything on this newest model on YouTube, kind of given some confirmations about some things that I was looking for. So I'm going to do that real quick. A couple of neat features that stand out with this mower. I'm going to really just focus on this mower in comparison to some of the other Greenworks 60 volts, like the 21 inch. The reason being, if you're watching this, you've probably seen some other videos of the 21 inch, and I don't need to go over the same sort of stuff, like the handlebars, the way that those work and stuff like that. So the big feature change for this model seems to be, I mean, aside from appearances and some different wheels, and this cutting deck, big benefit is the way that this should do a cut. Now, I just picked this up tonight, so I have not yet tried it, but this has a dual blade system, and it also seems to have an arrow feature similar to the Toro Super Recycler, which just kind of disrupts the blade flow, as I understand it, so that way the blades get mulched a little bit more evenly. They get kind of bounced around in there. The two blade cutting system was a big plus, certainly. The other nice feature is this mulch plug switch. It doesn't have, you don't have a plug, so you just have a little flapper in here that when you press down here, switches it. It closes right up, or opens. In this case, it closes, it opens real smoothly, no problems whatsoever. There are some slight air gaps, so I'm anticipating maybe a few clippings coming out the back, but you know what? I can deal with that compared to some of the other mowers I've dealt with in the past that just don't do a good job, so not a big deal there. One huge benefit is prior Greenworks models, as I understand it, have an issue backing up. If you're using the self-propelled function, you kind of have to let it go forward a little bit before you can back up again. This does not have that problem. I'm going to just demonstrate that, which is huge. I can immediately back up. Immediately back up. The wheels are free spinning. It's easy to push. Just lightly pushing has no problem. Big benefit there. Being 60 volt, I don't know if there's a difference really in power between 60 and 80 volt. I'm sure there probably is a minor power difference, but seems to work. Fairly simple. I do like the simplicity of this one a little bit over some of the others. I don't need a light button. That would probably just end up failing. I'm not sure how I feel about the two battery changeover system. The 60 volt one, even though it has two battery compartments, one of them is inactive. You can't use it. There's no plugs or anything. It's just for storage. Now this comes with an 8 amp hour 60 volt battery. That's pretty good. I mean, it's advertised as running 60 minutes on a single battery. So imagine though, if you bought a second one and just used it for storage and swapped out in between, could you double that and get 120 minutes? I don't know. That'd be pretty crazy. Granted, the battery's like $350, but it's there if you need it. The other nice thing is this has all the features, like pretty much every feature that was on a model, an 80 volt model from Costco that came with two 4 amp hour batteries, so same amp hour, same run time. And that one was $750. And I got this one from Tractor Supply. They honored Greenworks coupon discount, and I got this for $450. So 60 volt versus 80 volt, that's the only difference that I could really see. And truth be told, I bought that one from Costco, and it was dead out of the box. Like as soon as I hit the headlight button, it just died. So this is why I like this one. The simplicity of it, nothing's failed on it so far. Granted, I haven't mowed with it, but everything seems to be working fine. Another feature that this battery seemed to have that I don't think the 80 volt had is it has Bluetooth. So see that Bluetooth? You got an app for this. I signed up for the app and I put it on. It seems to just show battery percentage, but I guess it can do firmware updates. So something to keep in mind. And the fact that this only has one battery versus having to charge two of them with a single charger, that's a huge plus. Same runtime. Comes with a charger that's a 6 amp hour charger versus the 80 volts 4 amp hour. So I don't really, I mean, keep in mind, haven't cut with it yet. I'll have to do a follow-up after I've cut with it. But unless you need that extra power, if there is even any extra power, I don't know. Unless you need it, I'm struggling to see why you would go with the 80 volt, to be honest with you, especially considering the quality control issues I had with mine. This one just doesn't have any problems. This one, fit and finish, seems to be put together very well. The only one thing I will say is the, sorry, I gotta manhandle this. The blades, bolts, these 10 millimeter ones, one of them was loose. So double check these. I torqued, I went ahead and grinded down the blade just a little bit because it was painted over. Much sharper now. I could cut myself with it, but torqued it down to 26 foot-pounds, which is what the manual calls for. And these guys I didn't torque down. I just did hand tight plus half turn. Otherwise, everything else seems to be fine. Bolts all seem to be stable. No wheel bearings that I can tell. Pretty sure that's, I mean, it's not floppy, but no wheel bearings. But that's okay. Overall, just based on what I'm seeing here so far and the features, this is a hell of a buy. I think this is a new model for 2024. It seems to have really checked off a lot of the boxes that the prior models were missing, and to be competitive with Ego, which is who they need to be competitive with, I think that they've done it. I don't know. I'll cut it, see how the quality of the cut is, and we'll return back. But if you're shopping for this, just based on some of the features and some of the complaints, especially the backup issue, solved, problem solved. So anyways, hope you found this helpful, and I will follow up with a post-cut review, and I'll kind of give a rough idea of what the runtime was for my yard. I think I have a 9,000 square foot lot. I'm guessing maybe 5,000 square feet of yard. I'm not entirely sure, but I'll see how well it does for that one. Usually takes me about 35-40 minutes of cutting with gas mower, so we'll see how this one goes. Anyways, take care, guys.